All right, so it's chapter 5 of this video. Basically, how do you go about balancing work-life balance, right? How do you go about running an agency while having a daytime job, right? For most of the people who are my age, right, who have signed up for Keep Going Academy, you might reckon that, okay, you might not have as many responsibilities like myself, right? You're probably still studying, you're probably still at school, you're probably still at your tertiary years, maybe finishing your grads, whatever the case may be. Maybe you're a student, right, and looking for another stream of income to generate, right? Maybe you've looked into starting a digital marketing business or digital marketing agency, which so to speak, right? Whatever the case may be, I would say that at the time where, now if you watched the webinar before enrolling into our course, I did mention that there were times where I started my agency. I started my agency back in 2020. I was really struggling to get clients. I was struggling all my ass off, and I was working overtime, and I was losing a lot of focus, and I could not. I had lack of motivation to move forward in my day in those times. Then I came across a strategy that I started implementing. Right now, before I implemented this strategy, I was still using these other strategies where I were to run Facebook ads and Google ads, and that never worked for me. At the time when I was still I was still doing my daytime job, I was still working my 9 to 5. At the point where I was working at a corporate company as a software developer, right? Now, I would say that I don't recommend that anyone quits their job to start a full-time digital marketing agency. But here's what I will say: starting a legitimate business and getting it to a point where it actually needs to be takes a lot of your time. You will need to give it the time that it needs. You cannot give 50% into something that you want to get 100% out of, that you want to get full results from. You can't split your energy on two different things. At a certain point in your life, right? Granted that if the agency does work, then you can leave your job, right? In my case, I've come to a point where my agency has so much potential, has been getting so many leads, so many clients. I'm been booking meetings left, right, and center, that if I had just focused on it full time, I would actually get it to the next level. Now, granted that I'm already doing well for myself, my agency, I'm already at a point where I'm able to make at least a few figures, right? I'm able to make at least $500 per month, right? As a student, still studying. Just doing video editing, just running a video editing business, video editing agency, doing a couple of other services as well. But I think video editing has worked really well for me for the past few months, and I would say that that business is doing all right. And it would not have done all right. It wouldn't have done well if I hadn't given my energy. So what am I actually saying, right? If you're looking to get results out of this course and out of this agency, you need to give it your all. You need to go all in it and never look back, right? You need to block all negativity and all anything that you think that's going to hold you back, and you feel like it's going to be a negative impact to you. Give yourself some time. Give yourself at least 3 months to work on your business full time without any distractions. If you don't have a job, if you don't have a 9 to 5, and you're not working, maybe you're just a student still finishing your grads, right? Taking 4 to 5 hours out of your time, if you really love this, then you probably give yourself probably at least 5 hours or even more a day to be able to get your agency to where it needs to be, right? Giving yourself time to be able to work on it is what's going to get you to where you need to be. Now, if the agency was the only thing that you would have, now I want you to understand this mindset that I have, right? If you were to just go all in on it, you would find ways of making it work. Now, my agency, I was still doing well. I was still doing all right. I wasn't doing well with my agency. Like, I was really struggling to get clients, right? To get more clients for my agency at the time when I was still running Facebook ads. At the time when I was also running and getting I was on a 9 to 5. Then I got to a point where I quit my job and I came back to my second hometown, which is in PE, here in South Africa, and decided to start studying further, right? Start studying again to finish my NQF level 5, which most of you guys know that is a matric. So I came to finish that, came back. I had less hassles, less stresses. I was living by myself, though I basically didn't have much of income coming in. In fact, I didn't have any income coming at all. I only had a one learnership, which is paying me a couple of grands to live off of. So I didn't have that much responsibilities. I didn't have any overheads. Nothing was stressing me. So I came in an environment where there was less hassle and less stress. I could spend more time with my family. I could do the things I love, and I was around my friends more. And from that moment onwards, that is when my agency started to kick off. That is when my agency started to get to the level where it needed to be, right? That's where it actually took off. Because that time when I moved out, and I moved away from PE and started living independently by myself, I kind of discovered that my brain started becoming more creative. My mind started becoming more creative. I could let loose. I started thinking more creatively in finding solutions, finding ways of making my business grow. And guess what? I did it, right? I created a software called CubeMail Gorilla, which got me over hundreds of high quality booked meetings for the past 12 months, right? I would say for the past 12 months, I've been booking meetings consistently with using that software, and that was built by me. How did I build it? Because I was inspired by it, right? I was creative. I came from a mindset of abundance because I felt like I'm already successful. If you feel like you're already successful in life, then you'll always find ways of being able to get better even more. If you really put yourself in the mindset of that you already feel successful, you already feel like you're already at the level you want to be in, you're going to fake it until you make it, honestly. And right now, I would say that I'm still learning. I'm still at a position where I'm still learning. Right now, I'm at a point where I'm looking to get clients anywhere from around, clients that are paying anywhere from around 5 figures per month for my editing gigs. But I'm still yet to get there, right? But the mindset that I have is allowing me to get to that goal destination, because if you give yourself time and you give yourself, and you be able to balance work life, you're able to spend more time with your family, spend more time with your friends, and just live a happy lifestyle in general, you'll always be able to come back to your business and be able to say, okay, fine, let's start doing some work. I'm excited to do this. And you'll find ways of making your agency to work. Now, where did my agents fail, right? Where did my agency do well versus where it went bad? My agency went bad when I was working my 9 to 5 job, when I had no energy. When I came back, I was tired. I had no energy to do work on my business. I was literally just screwed over. Even though I could give energy to my business while I was sort of working on it, it wasn't of high quality energy that I could give. Right, I couldn't give 100% of my effort, of my energy to my agency, simply because I had no energy to work on it. So I was splitting my time into two different things. Whereas if I were to just give 100% my agency, which I did last year, and it worked, right? I closed a 7.5 rand deal, which I'm still working with right now. Right, as a student, I'm making that much income from just one client of mine who's based in the United States in Washington D.C. I have a couple of clients right now that I'm looking to close as well and scale the business to at least 6 figures a year. Right, granted that if that's probably if I'm probably aiming too low for myself. I mean, 6 figures is still a lot for a student like myself, but that is the goal that I have in mind, and I'm going to achieve it. So why is this video, why am I putting this video on the course today on Keep Going Academy? It's just to show you and explain to you that sometimes you need to give 100% of everything that you love. If you love what you're doing, give it your all, give 100%. And also, what's also going to help you is being able to stay happy while doing something you love. If you do something you love and you're under pressure, that you feel like you're doing this to get out, to escape from something else, you'll have a difficult time. You'll really have a very difficult time. I've been there. You'll have a very difficult time trying to make something work when you're unhappy. Whereas if you were just happy where you are in life, and you have family, you have friends, you have people that support you, and you're just living a healthy lifestyle in general, you will be able to get to your goal much quicker, way faster. Within 3 months, I was able to get to my first client already, because I moved here in PE where I had less stresses, because I started studying and I had less stress. I was a student, and I basically had no responsibilities whatsoever. That's when my business took off, because of the anxiety and stress that I reduced ever since coming here. Now I can spend more time with my family, more time with my friends, right, while being able to make my business work for me at the same time. So that is my advice. That is why I made this video and decided to add it as chapter 5, which is part 5 of this Keep Going Academy program that we have over here. And I hope you can be able to take this video and learn, and be able to learn from it as well. Now, you can take everything as a grain of salt. You can take some of the things that I say as a grain of salt, based on your situation. Maybe you have responsibilities. Maybe you might have kids, right? You might be running this. You might be looking at this video and saying, okay, maybe this doesn't apply to me, right? But I'll tell you what does apply to everyone is that if you put 100% on everything that you love, you'll always find a way to make it work. So this is X-Man, and I hope you're getting a lot of value out of this. And remember, stay positive, stay motivated, and stay creative at all times. Okay, bye guys.